too early, I guess. But good morning. I'm just gonna make this video, and then if y'all up and about, y'all can replay it back. But anywho, I am I am too fed up with Deliv. Now I haven't had too many bad experiences, or hardly any bad experience with Deliv until yesterday, last night. So anyhow, let me tell you. Yesterday at Deliv, I get off of work at 3:30. I called Deliv, asked if they had any orders for me. They said, "Oh, we're about to have some orders to a mall, Macy's." So I said, "Okay, fine. I'm not that far away from the area." So I turned, go to Macy's, pick up the order, drop it off to the next first. Then of course, it's rush hour, which is expected. I've driven in rush hour, no problems or no issues, because I'm getting paid for the time that I'm in the car at an hourly rate from the time I begin my task at 13.50 per hour. And I can only do the task all the way up until the time when the stores are closed. Now, of course, I'm going to get there before 9 o'clock. Most retail stores close at 9. So anyway, during the time when I'm driving, they could always change the task and add on to additional tasks while you're in the car going around about. So they send me to go to Perimeter Mall area to Best Buy to pick up three customers' orders. So I picked up the three orders, and then the other task was they wanted me to go to Best Buy in Marietta, Georgia, which is another 40, 40 minutes. Now it's going to be more. Good morning. So it's going to be more additional time because it's still traffic, still rush hour in Atlanta. And I'm picking up the three packages from the Perimeter Mall location. I'm looking at the addresses. The customer that they wanted me to deliver, their address was 1 mile up the road in an apartment complex. It was already due to be delivered by 6:15 p.m. At that point, it was already about almost 7 o'clock. So I go to the apartment complex, and of course, it's an apartment complex. No apartment number, no anything. But on the app, it tells me to go to the customer who lives in Smyrna, Georgia. Now, it is towards Marietta, but you cannot call the customer because it tells you to go to the next task. Good morning. It tells you to go to the next task in Smyrna. So I said, this doesn't make any sense. Why am I going to go to Smyrna to drop off a package to go to the Best Buy in Marietta and then go to Roswell, Georgia, which is the opposite way out in the opposite direction for another hour to pick up more packages first of all, Deliv, they have an 800 number that you call, but you call the 800 number, so they assign you a dispatch. And, if you have any issues, you email them. So I'm emailing the dispatch person. I didn't get no response because the original dispatcher that I had, basically, rather than saying that they're going home for the day and someone else was assigned, I get another person who was dispatching. Didn't so I had to put down, call me back ASAP. She calls me back, and she gonna sit there and tell me you gotta go into the order. I said I'm already at the apartment complex. All I need you to do is call the customer. So they give me the apartment number, and that package that could be delivered. It didn't make any sense for me to leave the Best Buy up the street from Perimeter Mall to go to somewhere that was 40 minutes away to deliver a package, to go to another store, to go back to Roswell, Georgia, just to deliver a package that the person lived up the street. I wasn't going back to that area in Perimeter Mall area. I wasn't going back to that was not en route for me to go back home or anything. You know what pisses me off? It's not so much of the route or whatever. It's the fact that this bitch gonna call is gonna sit here and yell at me on the phone, blindly transfers me back into the queue, knowing well that there was gonna be a long hold of wait. So I'm sitting there in the apartment complex waiting to get someone to speak to someone in dispatch. This person, I'm telling him I need the address to the customer. I'm already at the apartment complex. The packages are in the trunk. I'm giving him the address of the person. He originally had an Indian name. And then he gonna sit here. First of all, you're supposed to deliver the packages and rather than you listening to what I'm saying, you sit up in here talking, still telling me about another customer. I'm going to Smyrna. I gave you the address. I told you the address where I'm at. I said, whoever gave these orders, they didn't put it in the order in which it's supposed to be routed where it makes sense. I had no problems. Never had no problems. But see, what they were trying to do was, because now a lot of people, they're not driving to deliver these packages for Deliv. Because to be honest with you, you really could use literally almost a half a tank of gas, if not more. And you're not really making, I'm not going to say you're not making any good money, but it shouldn't be a difficult thing to do. Because one, you're not really rushing to get to go to the customer's house or whatever the case may be. Because most of the time, they don't even know that a third-party company such as Deliv delivers packages from Macy's, Best Buy, Petco, or whatever. They just ordering from those retail stores and thinking you work for Macy's or whatever the case may be. They're not like, say, my packages was late. It's not any. It's nothing to the ordinary. So he's gonna sit here yelling at me, telling me, you got a job to do, and you supposed to deliver, and you supposed to. I said, wait a minute. I don't have to do. I told him, I said, I don't have to do anything. And you know what? You could cancel the remaining of my shift, and I'm going back to return these packages back to the Best Buy. And it was right up the road, too, right up the street. So they all, see, what they do is they panic because they have an obligation that if a customer orders same day delivery, it's supposed to be done. You're not going to yell at me all kind of crazy telling me what I'm supposed to do. And all he had to do was to give me the apartment number to the address which I was at while I'm delivering a package to an apartment complex on the list coming from Roswell, Georgia, to go all the way back to the perimeter mall. When I picked up three of those packages, he lived up the road. And the other person that I was going to deliver to next, which was in Smyrna, was the other Best Buy that I had to go to. And then drop that off, and it would have been made sense. But you can't even navigate through the app in order for you to say, you know what, I'm going to go to this place because this place is right there. You're not going to have me driving, zigzagging from all the way from one county. That's 45 minutes to an hour. And then it's really longer than that if you add rush hour. And then it's really going to be worse if it's a Braves game in Marietta at SunTrust Park. Now, I've done deliveries when they had games. I've gone through that traffic on Carl Parkway, South Cobb Drive. Some of y'all may not be from Atlanta, and y'all may not know what I'm talking about. But for those who are in Atlanta, you know what I'm talking about. It didn't make no difference to me because I would have finished my task at least by 9 o'clock, which is supposed to end at 9, and I would have been finished, and I would have probably drove whatever number of miles or whatever. But my beef that I had with Deliv, especially from yesterday, is that these representatives, or dispatchers rather, they're nasty and they're rude. He come yelling at me like he's done bump his stupid head. I said, you know what? Cancel the rest of my block. And then when I got to the Best Buy, they're supposed to put it where I'm returning back to the Best Buy, and it's supposed to show an exception where the packages gets returned. Because, see, I don't trust these dumb motherfuckers. Because, see, you're not going to have $400, $500 worth of electronics and then not have it where I'm covering myself, where if a package gets returned, it shows returned back to the store because that's still part of your task. And it tracks your time. He cancels all my remaining block, and then it's going to make it seem like I only worked an hour and a half or whatever. No, I'm going to get paid for all those miles that I previously done and completed, plus going back to the store, plus the 8 o'clock, because it was 8 o'clock or 8:15 that I still stayed at Best Buy returning the packages, and they didn't know they couldn't they couldn't input back the packages in the system. But let me tell you what these stupid ass people done. I'm sitting on the phone waiting for this person to pick up. They pick up the phone, and they said, speak to the merchant. First of all, I shouldn't even give my phone to the merchant. They talk about, we sending another driver. He'll be there in the next few minutes. So I saw the merchant come so I could tell them. He didn't care. They're getting paid for doing it. I said, okay, good luck on that one. So I told him, I said, this package that you're going to, and I looked at the order that he was supposed to go into. They gave him the same instruction in order that he's supposed to go into. So that's not my problem. You want to go from Perimeter Mall to Smyrna to Roswell, Georgia, and back to the location for this big box for a printer where you're not going to contact the customer, or better yet, you're going to have to call dispatch and wait on the phone for another hour. Then that's on him. But let me tell you, he's going to be highly disappointed because one of the addresses that you had to drop a package off was to a business, Circle 75, and I know for a fact it's a business because I used to work around there. I used to live in Marietta. So when he picks up that package or delivers it, he cannot leave it there. So he gonna, so I was like, you know what? That ain't my gas. It ain't my damn problem. But after all that, he gonna probably, and they take, let me tell you, and this is one thing I've never really disclosed. You don't get paid for the first 17 miles when you're driving. Deliv subtract 17 miles, the first 17 miles of your task. So say for instance, you drove a total from your whole entire task is 50 miles. They're going to, and I'm saying from the point where you driving from the first location to the very last, you get paid for miles and time, but they subtract 17 miles from that, at 50 cents a mile. So to me, I was like, it didn't make a big deal to me at first because I said, you know what? If they're gonna do that, I'll take the longest local route possible. I'll take the back way because I know I'm adding more time. So I said I'm gonna get my time. I'm gonna get my time back on another way. I'm not gonna follow the Google Map. That's how they want you to follow because the Google Map they want you to follow doesn't account for traffic, which adds up, which equates to time. And then if I take the local way, I'm adding back that time you know, because I know how these stupid companies work. They're really not trying to pay you for the actual miles you drove to anything. So after that, I said I'm done. I'm done with Deliv because see, most of these deliveries, if you don't have it during the daytime where you ordering products and stuff, middle of the afternoon, middle of rush hour, I don't have time to be playing with nasty, rude people who sit on their fucking ass in Brooklyn. Cause see, they have a center in Brooklyn, but then when you call, they have a center in Mountain View, California. I ain't got time for the bullshit. I'm driving my car, running my tire, burning up my gas, and you can't. And all I'm asking you to do was to give me the apartment number to the customer, call the customer, and you sit here arguing with me. Then you tell me, you better deliver these packages. Let me tell you what I better do. I'm bringing it back to the store, and you can't rest my shift. Well, you're gonna get in it. You're gonna get in the currents. Do what you have to do, and that's what I told them. Do what you gotta do. Because I don't go by idle threats. Because number one, I'm an independent contractor. I'm not your employee. And even if I was your employee, you're not going to talk to me in any old kind of manner. See, these companies think they bump their stupid head. I am back. I keep going these damn areas that keeps reconnecting. But anyway, even Ziffy. I ain't did Ziffy in months. Months, I tell you. I think I did months ago and did one order, and that was it. And went my way back home or whatever, or did Uber Eats. And I just did Ziffy just to keep myself active on the platform. So it's time for me to update my documents. I got one document I need to update, which is the insurance. And they keep sending me emails and text message about, oh, update your profile. Update your profile. Ain't nobody being bothered with all these stupid apps and all these stupid ain't nobody got time to be bothered with these dumb apps and thinking you're supposed to be at the mercy of these companies for the sake of making these little bit of chump change, And I will say the same thing I'm saying even if I didn't have a job. But I'm not gonna let no company treat me all kind of crazy. I just got to listening to Sirius Radio on one of Joe Madison's show with all these um um police profiling and brutality and how cops pulling people over the most stupidest things, people calling over overly racist. I thought he was books, and people just think they could just say anything to people, talk to people all kind of ways, i.e., black folks and people of color. Yeah, these little um, um, gig economy companies thinking that they could just get on the phone. You think you could yell and scream at me? Now, I don't raise my fucking voice. If I raise my voice, you hear me vent on YouTube, trust and believe. I'm venting because I'm not gonna sit here and get and curse you out on the phone. So I use this channel as a way of venting. I'm not gonna do no tutorial video of how to do this, how to Uber, and how to do this. I'm not the one. And if your motherfucking trolls got anything to say, and you the angry woman that be on whatever, fuck you. Because I know comments are waiting to be for someone to say something stupid. If it'll make me file and send you a personal message personally. I'm not talking about regular subscribers. I'm talking to these trolls because I know they coming. Because I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. So don't go there with me over no bullshit. Because, see, I'm not one of these, yes, Samantha, yes, Samantha, I don't give a fuck about any of these damn-ass companies. As long as Teresa is driving this car doing a duty, I'm going to do my job, what I'm supposed to do. But I'm not kissing your fucking ass. I'm not kissing these companies' asses. I'm not going to beg. I'm not going to plead, for no fucking 50 cents a mile and for something that's not even quite at minimum wage. Yeah, I'm gonna make the little money because, the supplement. But that don't mean I'm gonna subject myself to someone talking to me all kind of crazy. You're not gonna look at me crazy. You're not gonna talk to me crazy because my fucking foot would be in your that I cannot do that because I already went to the tab county for busting some chick's ass, and I'm too fucking old to be showing out in somebody's damn office. But that's another story altogether. So I am not in the mood. I'm not. So I got a thing today with Deliv from 4 to whatever. You could take me off the platform. You can cancel my contract if you want. But they need people, they ain't gonna even afford. Let me tell you, I ain't never had no issues. But you're not gonna have somebody talk to me, yelling at me on the phone. Like, we sending another driver be in a minute. They're gonna use my phone to talk to the manager at the Best Buy. And I said, let me get the phone back so I can speak to them. And then they're gonna even say nothing on the phone and then not even speak. I should have told her, I said, you know what? You go up there and you call, and they're gonna pay me for the $8.20 that I left that store and for my time. And if they don't pay me the adequate amount of time spent, will I file a complaint? They're not Uber, they're not DoorDash, they're certainly not Amazon. and trust and believe. Ooh, let me tell you. See, I fight my way. Legal ways. It's not always gonna work for black folks to file complaints. But let me tell you, when it comes to being like consumer or pay, good morning, Dorian. Let me tell you, I'm not gonna be messed with. I'm not to be messed with. Cause see, I ain't gonna curse you out on the phone, but you're gonna know you listening to me. No, you listening to me. That's the question. You. That's the question. Are you listening to me? And I said, I could tell. You know what? Like I said, you could take all these. They could take all these packages back. And the person who picked up the packages, good luck. Shoot. Well, I guess I'm gonna still get paid for it, am I? Yeah, you gonna get paid for it. You watch. They pay you $39, $49 and $60. You know, it ain't my problem. Shoot. Because see, you gotta be smart. If you look at packages and you say, okay, this is a business, so what's the point? What's the point of even delivering it? Because number one, by the time, see, the stupid thing about it is that Best closed at 9 o'clock. It was 8:15. By the time he goes to wherever, he's gonna have to return those packages back anyway. He's gonna go to that person's house that was on, or whatever, or wait for dispatch to even get a hold, and then it's gonna be about 8:45. He ain't gonna make it to no damn Best Buy up in Smyrna at 9 o'clock, because they're gonna be closed. And then he gonna go, nope, it ain't my issue. And then these people driving, I ain't got time for this little foolishness of driving for y'all this morning. Man, people were acting like a damn fool last night driving. I'm driving towards from Perimeter Mall. No, from Lenox. Not Lenox. What the hell was I at? Driving towards Perimeter Mall from Lenox Mall, and then people want to act a damn fool driving during traffic. Had to curse this damn Mexican people out that was in the truck. I'm trying to turn in the turning lane, and they was like, "We picked you for that hour in the line." Well, damn it, shoot! They're trying to cut me off. I'm going to McDonald's because I need breakfast. I ain't buying no lunch, and I had made me some oxtails. I didn't even fix it unless I eating it today. Oh, and then they changed at work. Let me tell you. Then they changed the team that I was on to another team, TE or team lead, and they didn't even tell nobody anything that we were changing team leaders. And
getting ready to put 3 more machines over there. Instead of coming to me with cash, the other machine's gonna take cash. So there's no need to have a register.
Somebody's gonna be without a job then. It's gonna be like that. After a while, y'all might see robots back there. I know, right?
Exactly.
That is crazy.
All right, and then everything else I'll bring to y'all.
Thank you, baby girl.
All right.
Thank you. Wanna get some of the registers?
What's the breakfast special you have?
2 for $4. Bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, bacon, egg, and cheese mac grill, sausage, egg, and cheese mac muffin. 2 for $4. So it'll be like $4.30.
No, I'll need 2 of that. It's greasy.
Because every sandwich gonna cost you like $3.
Well, let me get this sausage, egg biscuit.
Sausage, egg, biscuit, or sausage, egg, and cheese?
I don't want cheese.
All right. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. That's gonna be $2.98.
And this is to go.
Okay, I got it.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Small breakfast. No biscuit. No, that's why I don't want me to leave it out there.
Yeah, free cheese. Yeah, this is fucking money for their mud dogs. All right, they need to hurry up. Don't not take that long to put an egg and a sausage on a biscuit. No,
Thank you.
thank you.